Good morning, and how are you? I hope you're doing well this morning. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kim. This is my Mirror Tarot, and they told me to jump right on in here. Now then, we're going to get into it, all of it. But I thank you for clicking on this video, and this will be a channeled message or your highest good. I'm sorry. And while we're at it, let's release karma for the higher good for the entire collective consciousness, and that includes your tacky people. I mean, they have completely they've lowered their own IQ. They're sucking the life out of themselves. Oh, what a twist. Usually they do that to you. They're smelling their own failure. But they will intensify a plot, hold on to power over you. But it will not last, however. That's what this is. Oh, your squirrely foe or your frenemy isn't doing themselves any favors with you. It's gonna be a person, place, or thing, but I think these are squirrely people. At work or play. It's a losing battle for them. They think they're going to win the war. Well, I don't think so. For them, whenever they keep talking shizzle about you, they're seen by most people, if they know what's going on or not, it's just the vibe that your tacky people are low vibration, let's see, as being a very poor excuse for a wicked, wretched human being. I trust this message has found you at the perfect time, and I really appreciate you. You come in here, you show up for yourself first, and you come in here and you show up for me, and you show me your kindness. So, never been here before, welcome. And if you've been here before, I'm so damn happy to have you. And I thank you so very much for being in this moment. And as always, collective, I love you so, so much. And I am so very proud of you. Oh, I know now. Between 3 and 4 in the morning, I have a head cold, so this is going to be an interesting show. Nothing. My pert little self is dragging my behind, and oh, I should do these first. See? Supposed to do these first. So, yes, look at this. Look at this mess right here. I love you, collective. Now then, as is in all things tarot land, you use your discernment and your own intuition and your fight or flight, especially if you're dealing with squirrely toxic person. You know, there's a little psychopathy going on there. That's a joke. This is for entertainment purposes. This is you learning how to communicate with yourself. Going on the inside and communicate with yourself. This is how you talk to your self-talk. Oh, self-love talk. And this is the singer of intuition. You know what I'm telling you is true. They are pathetic. They are so puny and all off on their own and facing so much karma, smelling their own failure. They just can't keep much of anything together. And your intuition is telling you, you know that they are intensifying. Their energies really pulling hard on your energies, and you're able to identify it, and then you snick those energies off, you nip it in the bud, and then they start looking poorly. You're giving them all their it's their energy. You can't destroy energy. So what you're doing is it's not yours, it's not mine, I don't have to take this. Not gonna, and you just hand that energy right back to them. Clean. Because it's a wonderful temptation to do so. And being successful at it. Doing the fairy and the tarot and the tarot and the fairy oracles together because it's more fun this way. Between 3 and 4 in the morning, I do the Froud, both of them. It's more fun that way. That's the fiery sword. That's very, you protected by the fairies, by your angels and ancestors, powers that be, you name it. I'm so proud of you. What was the other one? Oh, yeah. But between 3 and 4 in the morning, I have a head cold. I digress. I know it's real hard for me to look at this one in the Froud. It's the very difficult one because I can't show you the whole card because we're on YouTube, but oh, you grieving, some of you. It's a collective consciousness reading. It's not like a personal reading, but I'm so sorry if some of you have lost someone you cared about. It could even be a pet, your pet person that you were fond of, or a pet you were fond of. You're grieving. I'm so sorry for your loss. And some of you, these are old versions like the shedding of the snake. From the year of the snake, you're grieving. You're grieving. Some of you are grieving, shedding those old skins. You claim what you can from those old skins and you release them. You set them free. But between 3 and 4 in the morning, this is what. That's the one that's the Dark Lady of the Fairy. Mysteries and secrets, though, too, on the other side of that same coin. I know they're not really human. They're cryptid, kind of like cryptids, fairies. But they have a stature and shape. Here, I can do this. Because I'm a smart ass. I can get that off of there. Why don't we do this? I love doing this to my cards. We just put her in a little halter top and a little tube top. Because I'm a smart ass. Let's see. Right here on my channel, this is Life Out Here in the Southwest. The Dark Lady Fairy, she is the key. Mysteries and secrets to finding deep inner surrender through ecstasy of profound rituals. Time to withdraw from the ordinary, from the mundane world. Why, looky there, she's in a little tube top now. You get to withdraw from the ordinary, the mundane world. Well, right now we're tapping into the Froud Fairy, so you're in that energy right now with me. Isn't it lovely to revitalize yourself through retreat and surrender to the source of unity? And you're safe here. You have a place to belong here with me. So we sing the song of ecstasy, which is joy and rapture and motivation. Because you are moving in a good direction to come out of that darkness into the light where you belong. You spend so much time there, then you let it go. Yep, I just put that little tube top on her. It's a Chanel tube top. Coco Chanel tube top. I know. What's the next one? Now then, we're going to do this real quick, lickety-split collective. But before I do begin, because we're going to get into it, all of it, but before I do, If you want to support the channel, or just say thanks, now is an absolutely great time. Oh, you can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video on your socials, or drop a comment with your thoughts. Any of that helps the channel big time. Oh yes, please subscribe to my channel. Oh yes, please share my videos. Oh yes, please. We are a sassy, fierce, cozy little soul family. I know we are. And when coming to you from the land of enchantment, it's life out here in the Southwest. Coming to you from a little metropolitan little town called Kirky. Nuevo Mexico, New Mexico. We are really part of the United States. But welcome to 5 Mirror Tarot. This morning, you are venturing into Don't Really Give a Feck television. That's a joke. It's for entertainment purposes. Grow up, YouTube. Permissions not granted to link or to repost this video. This video is for educational and spiritual, and that was a joke. So that's for entertainment purposes only. When I tell a joke, I'm telling a joke. I'm speculating. It's my opinion. I will do that, which is why these are an open read, many subjects, because I got so many messages and blessings. It's just a lot of stuff here. But I do educate and share information through a very creative way that we do the public service announcements at the tail end. This video doesn't refer to any specific person, real or imagined, or a fictitious character in a fairy tale, any fairy tale, all the fairy tales. Equal opportunity with the fairy tales. So this video doesn't refer to any specific person, alive or deceased, and should not refer to any specific person, especially if they're a character in a damn fairy tale from the Brothers Grimm. Or I'm going on about Uncle Grayrock, who is he has a pulse. As having NPD or narcissistic traits or anything at all that's in that DSM-5 manual that licensed professionals use, especially to support a pie-in-the-sky allegation that the maker of this video believes support a claim that a person is literally a narcissist or a bully. Well, if they're Madame Tremaine and Cinderella, well, we go after that trollop every chance we get. We do not respect Madame Tremaine as the evil stepmother in Cinderella. We don't. No. I feel that this love connection for our soul tribe, what I'm doing is I'm right now in dimensions known and unknown. This is my, what is it, my halcyon days. I'm calling to starting in the 5D. I'm reaching out to the soul family. Those will be our subscribers, which I'm pretty sure pretty quick here we're going to hit. We are going to hit. What's the number you're showing me? Okay. We got our first number. You got to help me grow to 40,000. Thank you, Holy Spirit. 40,000. Can't grow it on my own. The best way you can do is to share my videos, to watch the videos, to at the very end, make it to the very end, you give it a blue heart. If there, I have to look into that damn hype button. If there is a hype, use it. But start with, I know right off the bat, share my videos. So I can get these messages to the people that are scared half out of their wits because they don't know what they're dealing with. Some of those people could be in your neck of the woods. On my channel, a lot of people before, on Auntie Grayrock, it's my first channel. This is my second. It's a little baby channel. So we need to supersede Auntie Grayrock's numbers, don't we? So 40,000 it is, and I think that you can help me get there. We start off like we did before. I picked 111. 111. My very first number was 11. I said I'll be happy as punch if I can get 11 subscribers. And now we have 14. So we made the first goal. Second one's 111. But our supreme, I'm setting this out right now energy-wise. I am commanding the universe. Because I can. I'm allowed to shape the futures of this channel because it's my channel. But I can't do it by myself. That's why I need you, collective. And I feel this love connection with my soul family. Oh, they're trickling in now. I told you this, what, about 8 weeks ago? And it's going to be so strong. You're going to love it. I remember this from Auntie Grayrock. We had fun. I'm a Luddite. At some point, I will go every morning when I get up. Well, the second time, not at 3 and 4 in the morning. I will get up and I will look and see if anyone is there, and if anyone has left me a comment, then I reply, and then that's how I do it. It's enough for me to do what I do to give you good content. So last time I did Auntie Grayrock, I got burnt out. And I am not going to do that again. So if you are joining me today, there is a reason. This is why I'm telling you this. And get ready. There's going to be a lot of us. For seeing this message. And you and I have been on this journey. And before I even started the second channel on June 23rd, I was already scouting the collective consciousness and preparing for when I was going to start the second channel, which is 5 Mirror Tarot. So we've been on this journey. If you knew about my channel, if you know about my channel or not, the people that are supposed to come here and help us grow will come. Oh, it's a miraculous, it's a magical occurrence because we're on a journey together. And you have been aligned with me from the very beginning. Because I'm very thorough. And I'm protective of my soul family. We're still in Saturn retrograde is moving you from known into the uncomfortable unknown. Everybody is in their north node, even your squirrely people. And they are fighting it. Kicking and screaming, pulling themselves, lowering their vibration into their south node and digging their heels into the south node. They do not want to change. But you're getting your groove back. This is some new phase in your ongoing growing processes. Some of you are going through ascension. Some of you I saw were going through ascension sickness. You'll get there. You gradually, you keep ascending and then you stop getting the ascension sickness. And you, energetic wise, and you break through that ceiling. There's nothing for you to worry about. You can do this. And now is the best and opportune time to harness Saturn retrograde until the middle of February, folks. Dive into your introspection and your reevaluating of your long-term goals. You reset obligations and responsibilities attuned to you first. And then you go about using your appropriate boundaries, and you start getting on with living your life this way. Because your soul wanted to live with no pressure. That's why you found your way to 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. I know if you like the energy on my channel, you really should subscribe. Get all your friends to subscribe. You have the power to embody your authenticity. It's why you landed here. And again, I thank you. You don't know why you are clicking on this video. I do. That means there is something for you on this channel. If not today, tomorrow. I'm here every day. And we'll continue on. So you can support yourself through all kinds of adversity, toxic butt nuts and squirrely people, on all levels of life, every walk of life, every place you go, there they are. Because I know you have the power to project grace and calm. You still yourself, you tame yourself. And then when you're setting boundaries with toxicity, but especially people, not just places and things, the people, while actually solving problems from now on. That's why you come here, because it's a funny thing. Go figure how that happens. You come in here, you're attuned to something pretty spectacular. A lot of you found your way here because you've been through to hell in a handbasket. More times than once in your whole life, you've been through hell. Your own personal, over and over, you've been through so much. Congratulations, you need to acknowledge that you are an indestructible soul. Your meat suit might take some wear and tear, but your soul is not finite, it's infinite, and you shine. If you found your way to my channel, you radiate. You have a place to belong here. Now, the content shared here is based on publicly available information. Oh, I do a butt ton of research. And the tarot and the fairy oracle readings I do at 3 and 4 in the morning are a hoot. That's for your enjoyment. And the PSAs are to encourage, in the comment section, to encourage thoughtful discussion between all of us. And so I can provide to you awareness about the specter of narcissism that's a paloidal anal cyst on the bottom of mankind. And it's been there since Adam and Eve screwed the pooch eating that lovely mythos in paradise, right? All individuals mentioned, if they are a character in a story, or I'm busting Uncle Grayrock's balls and ratting him out, which I haven't been inclined to do on Auntie Grayrock. That actually turned out to be the Screw You, Uncle Grayrock show. just ratted him out in real time as he was being awful. It's a lot better now. It's a lot better now. And that channel, Auntie Grayrock, it was designed for people who either wouldn't or couldn't go no contact from their really toxic situation. And usually it's because the majority of us had married someone in church. And now we had to live with that wretched, narcissistic bugger and bastard. Yep, I digress. All individuals mentioned in this video, real or imagined, are treated with respect, except for Madame Tremaine from Cinderella. She's a trollop. She's one of the first fairy tales that we did. Madame Tremaine was, and she had a secret. Well, the secret was before she married Cinderella's daddy, Madame Tremaine was a light woman. And back in the day when you had twins, yeah, in medieval times and stuff. This is a joke, YouTube, grow up. It was always assumed that Madame Tremaine was like an alley cat. And that there must have been two puppies. But I digress. No, really, she's the only one that I have just too much fun at that. She's not a real person, Madame Tremaine is in a Grimm's fairy tale, or Charles Perrault. Many people have done, many cultures have done. It's Aschenputtel is the German for Cinderella. Aschenputtel. Yeah. Aschenputtel for Cinderella in German. Cinderella was probably French. Perrault, I think, is French or Italian, but I digress. Well, except for Madame Tremaine in Cinderella, all individuals mentioned in this video today will be treated with respect and utmost dignity if they're real or imagined, and no disrespect is intended towards real bullies or narcissists in your neck of the wood. Because, see, we would be speculating. That's a joke. YouTube, grow the F up. Or anyone connected to or focused on during this beautiful reading. Because sometimes things just pop into my head. And off I go, which is why I have to tell you, and it will be speculation because it's a joke or something. I'm making fun of something, some person, place, or thing. It's an open read, many subjects for that reason too. Because I'm very thorough. I think it has something to do with the autism. So, tarot is a self-help tool that I, an autistic person, have used forever to help myself and other people, my clients, dealing with toxic relationships with their squirrely people at work or play. Well, what we do here every morning can enhance your self-awareness. It can build emotional resilience in you or a loved one that you shared my video with. And the tarot, all of it actually, the tarot, the oracles, the fairy oracles, the living word meditation, the Holy Bible divination, all of that rolled into a granddaddy of them all channeled message this morning. Well, all of this can help you set boundaries with your toxic person today, because I give you the heads up, because I do. It's for entertainment purposes, though. We're doing it to document using videos, these videos, so I can have a really big playlist pretty quick here to document these tarot enhanced channeled messages with accuracy and sensitivity and respect to everyone I focus on, except for Madame Tremaine and who else? Oh, that cavalcade of clown cars up in the White House. I tell off, that's speculation in my opinion, but I tell off-color jokes about the orange polished turd. I know. This channeled message, this transformation this morning is your gift. You're the gift. You're a gift to me, I know that. This is your confirmation during this reading. And this reading is your confirmation for the rest of the day. Take the parts that resonate, you let the rest go. There's got to be something for you, though, because of the blessings. Got to be something in this reading. Something in this reading somewhere. That's why you got to listen to the whole thing. Even if you're worried about someone else, like you don't have a bully, but someone in your life does. But while you were here being entertained and getting a reading, the blessings that I told you yesterday came true, so you were kind of interested to see if that was going to happen again. I told you there's got to be something for you in all of these readings. If you aren't in a DV or with a bully, or you married a narcissist in church and now you gotta live with them, you think I'm not kidding. This video is created for informational and educational purposes only, under the principles of fair use. The goal of this channel is to make a playlist used to discuss and analyze and document the truth behind these public service announcements, that I am very creative in making that into content every day, fresh, new content, using the tarot and the fairy oracles. Viewer discretion is advised, as the fairy tales that I discuss are kind of gruesome because they're from the Brothers Grimm and some other ones too. As the topics discussed may be sensitive or disturbing as hell to some in the audience, if they're a real child going, "Why do I have to leave the room? It's a fairy tale. You always let me be. That's not fair. You let me do fairy tale." Because I'm the mommy or daddy and I said so. You go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Well, these are all timeless readings, no matter when you or a loved one that you're trying to help share my videos. Click on and view the entire video. Then give me a blue heart and a thumbs up and drop me a comment. How did that make a heartfelt pledge in a union? Tarot spills the tea. Spiritual strain. I know this tiny fist of fury thought that he had bought himself a Democrat named Kelyar in Texas, and that because he pardoned this Democrat in Texas. And that Democrat went out and he was cleared what he did. And you know who thought that man was going to be indebted to him, and he had a cat smart brilliant idea to do this, and that man signed up as a Democrat, not a Republican. That's irony. We can put that up on the shelf with Goldie and Bronzy and Silvery. I know our president right now doesn't look very good. I will not speak ill over him, but I'm pretty sure that his brain is turned to pudding. And sometimes he gets cranky, so he's bitch pudding. Now, who would want to date a toxic person? The toxic amaze and shock you, like tiny fist of fury up there in the White House. Oh, I know. And now I'm not a doctor, but when they're reporting that he's jaundiced, that's not good. So what happened to him going to be living to 150, and that he's so fit? What happened to all of that? Suddenly he looks kind of peaked. For real. But you're a light warrior. I know, we're all pop the popcorn, because this is getting ready to get funny pretty quick here. Some stuff's getting ready to happen. You heard it here first. No, I told you all way hootsy back. I told you. I said the repukes in Congress, all the Congress critters with R's. 10 years ago, he took all their money to pay for all of his legal stuff, for the first time around. And so even from the first time he was in office, they had to shell out money in order to run for office, and those that were safe, like the senators, every 6 years, but the ones in the House, not so much. This time around, I nailed it. In the first week, I had 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. You go look at my playlist. I nailed it. I got that one correctamundo. that they were all going to quit. Once they see that to keep their place in office, even if it's safe. And this is where we are, so I got that one right. Accurate. That reading was accurate, boys and girls. That if they're not going to be reimbursed, and they haven't been reimbursed since the RNC especially got taken over by his daughter-in-law or whatever it was. Remember? I know there's been so much, but it's all catching up to him. Now that's on the world stage. But when, when they are reporting in the news, like The Guardian, not here, The Guardian's over in England, he's jaundiced. That is not a good thing and they won't tell us not a peep that's what's really wrong with him health-wise. So, get the lawn chairs out, get some comfortable, your comfortable leisure, get some popcorn or popping and get something to drink, because something's going to happen here in America that will, to the relief of the whole world, something's going to happen to that man. Something's going to happen to that man. I'm not speaking ill over him because he's old. Come on now, the man has the brain of a tsetse fly. That's a joke, YouTube. Grow up. Some of you are prayer warriors, and you're called into action right now because, like I said, something's getting ready to happen to you know who. An Italian sharkskin suit filled with diarrhea. Tiny fist of fury, yes. 45th and 47th president. Well, nothing makes a divine child happier than making the devil mad. And did you see him going after female reporters, like going for the jugular vein, hypothetically, just because they're doing their job? So, no, he's, you heard it here first, pretty quick here. He's not going to make it. He's just not going to make it. He's just going to go, this is, who did it? It was Bush the Younger. It's hard to be the president, remember that? Yeah. He's going to pull a similar thing. It's hard to be the president. Yeah, it is. Then get out, resign. Spiritual healing, yeah, we all going to throw a party. For my feminines out there, collective. Moon and water, let's see a person. Emotional protection to ward off evil. Your aura scares the wicked willy out of evil spirits. It's like you walk into the room, if there's one in that room, it will peel the wallpaper off the wall and claw its way out to get away from your aura, because it won't make it. Anything, negative energy, demonic attachments, attachments from UFOs, all of that. Yeah, you weren't expecting me to say that. Yeah, I saw you. Your eyes were glazing over. Every once in a while I have to throw something in there to make sure you're awake, collective. Someone is realizing how they are truly in love with you. It's me. I'm madly in love with you, collective. It's me. Somebody loves you, collective. It's me. I send you all my love. But some of you get a mature, stable, good friend that supports and loves you. You enjoy their company. Taking a practical, reasonable action, power and more stability. Well done. You say, I claim and I affirm. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Or, thank you, Nichiren Shoshu Buddhism. Or, what would you say? Thank you, Buddha. Or, would you say thank you, Allah? Right? Right? We don't do spiritual arrogance on my channel, are we clear? Some of you ain't wanting to be bothered by your clammy skinned, reptilian, squirrely people. You claim and you affirm, thank you, Heavenly Father. I like that, Holy Spirit. Good vitality. You get vivacity. You get vivacity. Oh, Safi. This vibration induces prophecies. And it increases virility. What are you showing me vivacity for, Holy Spirit? And Musk, is somebody going to get some action? From the Musk, I guess all we'd need from that would be Savat. I know. All of the vegans just ran screaming from the room. No. We're vegans. I used to be vegan. That segued very well into my eating disorder for being anorexic. Let's see. 7 of Spades. The Scarlet Letter. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, know what I mean? Hanky panky. The Scarlet Letter. Hester Prynne. Hawthorne. Living, cheating, cheater, gaslight, fake apology, shamelessly steal love, energy, money. They're an opportunist. You be careful. What let you, I send you, I bathe you, collective, right now, on all levels. All your light bodies, I bathe you in the protective white light of unconditional, non-judgmental love, so that you can be your most authentic self. The highest form of the most highest love is self-love. That one, authentic, genuine, loving yourself shamelessly in your heart space love, not up in your ego. And your squirrely people are having a painful epiphany. I'm telling you, they're smelling their own failure. And they're going to dig their heels in to go after you, because that's how they self-medicate. That was a joke, grow up, YouTube. Narcissists fall deeply into dark night of the soul. Well, maybe this time they will actually learn something and grow. I bathe you in unconditional, non-judgmental love on all levels. Your emotional light body, your mental light body, your physical light body, your astral light body, your etheric and spiritual light bodies, your thanantic light bodies. Sprinkle around this energy, this light. Sprinkle it around your house for protection on all levels. And to ward off yucky, bum you out vibes just in time for Christmas. No, they have to go. You think of a love that lets you accept the differences in people and the beliefs around you. You think of a truly unconditional, non-judgmental love. It covers your behind on all levels. You're being cautious around your squirrely people because you're mirroring them. They're being cautious and calculated in their ambitions to do things to you that are not a good thing. You're picking up on it. Forgiveness is your true, authentic nature, a simple fact of human connected to human vibes. Those are the ones that aren't squirrely, that know how to reciprocate and do life well. You be gravitating towards those people. You're toxic or blaming others for what literally distresses them and allows them to create self-satisfying narratives about their life. And that preserves a morally superior self-image so that they can dump all over you. Now you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected, and you release all doubts. Purify, clarify, protect. Somebody's suffering. You need to get something off your chest or whatever you're trying to say. Spit it out. Someone's being a hypochondriac. One of your squirrely ones, uncertain health. See, you can't really pin it down because it keeps changing. And consequent inertia or malaise for narcissists in your midst, and they will take it out on you. So don't be around them. This is a nighttime reading, because it is. And we are in our loungewear. We like to be like a robe or your PJs or your pajamas, your pantalones. And we tap into the tarot and the frog fairy, and we do the living word, meditation, and the Holy Bible divination. Well, I have to say all those things are for entertainment purposes, because they are tools to gain insight into the self. Now then, that part is how we open that can of worms as an open read, many subjects, because there's just so many messages that were right there all over the place when we don't want to make the people that watch, to make sure that my title matches my video and such, to go apoplectic on me, because there's a lot of stuff here. I like that, collective. Now then, if I'm hydrating, it's time for you to hydrate. Thank God for water, huh? So, they are not doing themselves any favors with you. Let me get over here. Okay, what's that? Okay. I have to have the heat, the little, vaporizer with the hot one. Mist, a cheap one, $17 at the CVS. So it starts spitting out steam here. But I have a head cold. I hope you're doing well, though, collective. I hope you're feeling good today. Now let me see here. What does the divine need to share? What does the divine need to share with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Now then, we've got the Prince of Wands. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Fire tribe. Someone trying to trap you in your own head, and the divine Hierophant isn't having it. They need you to be at peace because you're getting downloads. Singers of the Chalice. Download to fill your cup to overflowing. 5 of Pentacles. You going in helping people like that really do need help. Maybe you go work in a soup kitchen, or you go and do a can drive to help people, or work at a food bank, especially this time of year. But your cup being filled to overflowing, you're able to be of a service to others. Your squirrely people gonna keep running at you. Oh, my ear. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pop my ear. I got a head cold. I don't like it. You can't get your ear to pop. I know. They're desolate, inability to make a solid decision. So they keep coming to you to help me. You have to help me. You have to help. You do not have to do anything. Failure at the toxic source. They're in despair because they're suffering from all of the poor choices that they've made most recently, right up to, and they keep every day. You keep telling them to leave this stuff alone, and they have to every day. They keep poking at this one, and just making it worse. And then they come to you for help, these people. You go on, you say what you mean, you've got good ideas in Aries. Maybe you are in Aries. If you're in Aries, you're expanding something in your ideas, and you've got the balls to do it. Or maybe you're in Aries and you've got Sagittarius and Leo in your chart. You were left in a bad way by these squirrely people in the past, bleeding, in the mud, where it's cold, hypothermia. They did this to you. They put you in this situation or position. And the divine, you showed up for yourself in the face of adversity. You did what you were guided to do. You were obedient. You're obedient. And that's what saved you. And you need to acknowledge all this work that you did, because it was very painful and difficult. Nobody helped you do it, and you did it. So that today you are your most authentic self. You're magnetizing your soul. And then I see you taking people you care about. You're able to take them under your wing and assist. And then they're able to heal themselves forward just by listening to your wisdom, or something you said or do or show, or maybe by example, the way you live your life. They start doing some of the stuff you're doing because you're rubbing off on them in a good way. But this also means that your squirrely people went too far, and now they're getting karma. They cannot keep it together, but they did this to themselves, trying to lead you out in the cold. They're the ones that got left out. My goodness, collective. What crosses the situation? Squirrely person's in the shit, and they might throw away the key this time. That could be family and friends, like the court of public opinion. It could be at work. It could be, I think some of you, you feel like you are trapped, because you are. Your business is a family-run business, and it's generational wealth, and you can't really leave. Who would? It's business is making money in this economy, but the dynamic, with your squirrely, toxic people, places and things, scandalous, misbehaving and crime, and King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Hierophant, again, Singer of Courage, and the Devil card. Somebody's a crime, and that's either morally or literally. They fraud, perpetrating fraud. And here you are turning your back to them. You're in a good profile. I'm proud of you. And you've got an ally, either spiritually or a person is manifested that comes in, keeps you preoccupied in a way you're fond in doing things like that. So you go do that with that person, place, or thing. It could just be a passion in your life. has your back. See how her sword has that king's back. Has that king's back. This is growing your soul tribe to 40,000 by next June. That is God's will, so mote it be. For 5 Mirror Tarot, and only you can help me. This is the Singers of Courage. Have the courage to help me grow this channel. We can shine here. You are safe. This is a safe place, and we grow this. It's a very magical place to be. And we're able to look at what needs to change, and we cause that change to come into effect because we're creating our own futures by magnetizing our souls and showing up for ourselves, communicating with ourselves in a way we never communicated with before, and loving it. Getting off on doing that in your own skin. Go figure. What's the basis? Well, you've done most of your work. Not much more to be done. Now, some of you, that's literally at work. You're trying to get these so that you can go on and do these other things. New contracts. You give and you receive a feeling of comfort and security no matter where you go. Oh, and Sagittarius. Well, we're in Sagittarius. 5 of Swords. You're defeating your squirrely people. The Magician. Manifesting, the Fool, taking a risk, leap of faith, releasing the shadow from the crowd. Page of Wands is brand new beginning. 7 of Pentacles. All the stuff you invested in these squirrely people, you got nothing in return. A lot of time, a lot of love, a lot of patience, and all they did was drain you. See, I'm seeing this more like family dynamic at the holidays. It's just always been that way. Well, see, at your feet is this 1 pentacle, and that's you going inward and showing up for yourself. Grounded, balanced, centered, and connected to the source that you work for, the divine. In Sagittarius. Expanding on the magic. Your life is magical right now, collective. And that's because, see how you're smiling? You've defeated all of this crud down here. You stole their weapons that they've used against you for decades. This doesn't work anymore. And you're manifesting to culmination. Everything's out on the table. It's magical what you're doing. Who are you, collective? Look at what you're able to do. Who am I reading for? And look, you don't care. You can just go do what like I said, it's the way you talk to yourself. You're being really, really kind to yourself. Really good to yourself. And this is the fairy energy. Release of the shadows. That is you integrating your shadow, accepting, unconditionally loving your shadow. Your passion is part of your shadow, so that you have determination and persevere to pursue the things that you enjoy doing, not the drudgery and the grunt work. The things that you enjoy as your new beginning is an ease of your life. Looking at that, look like it's a dead stick. You're like, hey, there's leaves on, there's life in this that I'm holding. There's life in my, hey, look at all this growth. Until you acknowledge that you're an indestructible soul, that you've made it through hell, then you will level up in such a way that you'll deepen even more communicating with yourself, going inward. The way you communicate to yourself, the way you talk to yourself. I didn't notice this growth before. It's a feather in your cap. That feather in your cap is that one pentacle at your feet is grounded, balanced, centered, and connected to the divine. I like that, Holy Spirit. Over the next 2 weeks ahead. Ooh, Princess of Wands, feeling like you're 12 years old. 3 of Pentacles, embellishing upon your life while. And the 7 of Swords, smelling and living their own failure. Smelling their own failure will intensify plot to hold on to power over you. But it will not last forever. See, they thought they were married doing this to you forever. It will not last, however. Then we've got wealth for you is the 10 of Pentacles. Indy, you've got to make a choice. Not be wishy-washy. And then the Tower, you're going to tear out what doesn't serve you so that you can make room to grow the blessings, the ones I just shared with you earlier. The Tower. Toxic, feel trapped by karma. Over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be ongoing. Just in time for Christmas. They aren't meeting responsibilities or obligations, so I want you to be prepared. You cover that stuff for your children, let's say. They're not going to be dependable. You know what needs to be taken care of. You just go do it. And that's to anyone or anything. They're just shutting down. Now you're led to other opportunities with non-toxic people and places and things. You go do that. And you use your discernment for the next 2 weeks. You avoid, you go no contact, because they're just going to be just snotty, awful. Someone is trying to restrain another person in the workplace. So some of you got some squirrely ones or hidden enemies at work. Until you find out who it is, you're going to be surprised. It's that bitch Peggy in bookkeeping. That's what he said. Princess of Wands. Feeling like you're 12 years old again. That's you going inside and taking really good care of yourself. Being very nice to yourself. And you want that to become the tradition because it keeps magnetizing your soul. You keep attracting in all of these opportunities. Now then, this is them plotting to hold on to power. See how they're clutching those swords. But see, those are the 2 they can't get away with. So it will not last because unless they can get those last 2 swords, what they're planning it won't work. It won't work. And they're going to be pissed off because instead of you, they really want to knock you off your square. Instead, you're going to be getting blessings, rewarded, money. You have to make a decision between 2 things. You can only pick one. Out of the 2 things, which one do you like more? Which one resonates? And you can only pick one. If you're just picking one because you want them and that's your ego, you pick the one that resonates. Because see, you're tearing out the one that you were gonna pick was going to be a headache. So the one that you do pick is altruistic. You tear out what does not work, you make room, and you start growing your blessings to fruition. What crowns collective? Work. 3 of Pentacles, embellishing, plus the 9. That's 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 12 Pentacles. Congratulations. That's the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. 3 times over, 3 new contracts, 3 new clients, 3 new accounts, 3 new 10 of swords, 9 of swords, excuse me there. Squirrely people gonna go through some sleepless nights here. Knight of discs. Because they're stuck and they need money and it ain't coming. Ecstasis from the Fraud. Oh, that's you being excited about doing something. The ecstasis energy wants you to do it. Whatever this is, you do it. You claim this blessing in the 4 of Cups. You claim that blessing. And you count your blessings, then you get more blessings. Count your blessings, you get more blessings later. And enjoy it. Rejoice. You're led to a new way of enjoying your life. But your toxic person are fit to be tied. For them there is frustration and fear of being at a dead end. They have a hopeless view of their grim future. Well, let's see, you're all grounded and balanced and centered and connected to the divine that you work for. So you're being rewarded for your work. You did so much work on yourself. You're just acknowledge that you're an indestructible soul. You are pure light, multidimensional being. Look at you leveling up again, going up in rank. And they see that you're leveling up and and their life is just crap. And they did it. See that ugly bedspread? They see their patterns, them especially treating you like crap. And they hate that ugly bedspread. They hate it. The Knight of Pentacles, this is you taking action, communicating with yourself in a different way, the way you self-talk works. And you're really happy at this process of communicating with yourself. You love this new identity that you're carrying, this new way of being. You're excited about it. You're ecstatic about it. That is your energy. Oh, congratulations. You're excited. You're really excited about doing these things, all your passion. You are counting your blessings and you are accepting that. You're accepting the blessing with all humility because you want it. I'm not pulling this I'm not worthy crap. Definitely in the future. You are happy and contented. They face ruin because they're under a judgment card. That's 10 of Swords for them. You squirrely, toxic ones. Let's see. Judgment card for them. You're making good decisions, though. Queen of Swords, setting boundaries. The returning. Yeah, this is learning and discovering stuff about yourself by going inward. You're already showing up and doing the work. But now you've integrated your shadow. As I said, it's part of your fight or flight. It's part of your creativity. You need it. And this judgment card, again, you're making good decisions. They're under a double whammy judgment. You're in the flow. Your squirrely people aren't. You're coming full circle. They're stuck. This, the Bluebird of Happiness, that's the 12/12 portal. December 12th. In the place of hope. In your environment. No, they're ruined. They did it. And they're under a judgment. Harsh judgment. Spiritual court is now in session for them. Some of you requested a harsh judgment so that you could get them out of your hair. Bravo or brava. Very good. I'm proud of you for doing that. Whoever that was that did that. This is you. The returning is coming back to who you truly, remembering who you really are. And loving, identifying as doing your life this way and being so. You like being so. You graduated. You've leveled up again. Just in time. That's also that 1212 portal. That you're happy to go through that portal on 12/12. Friday, isn't it? Balances out the polarity between male and feminine energies on the earth. And in your own skin, your inner divine masculine, inner divine feminine are in cahoots. And you're feeling it. This is the bluebird of happiness perched on your finger. You're paying attention to detail. You're coming into your own. And you are very, very content. You're pleased about it. You're pleased about it. Conscientious, being honest, country dwelling is fun. For some of you, in the place of your hope in your environment, a marriage or a contract is signed. Some of you get an unexpected inheritance that comes. But the toxic is facing severity of karma. And karma is unyielding and relentless and ruthless with them. And they always come running at you to help them because it's uncomfortable. And you're just not there. They face a stern judgment. Good. Good. Guardian of the gate. See, it's time for you weren't ready to go through. You had some work to do, but the 12/12 is coming up and they're saying that you're ready. You are ready. You're ready to go through the gate. If you've gone through it prematurely, might not go the way you wanted it to. This is you, how strong you are. Just so, look at the enlightenment, that yellow. You are so strong in taming your sacral chakra in your own skin and your intuition about yourself, learning things about yourself and your passions and ways of being at peace in your own skin in a desirous way, the Lady of Joy. In your wisdom and being pleased about it. Confident in your self-esteem, your wisdom, your self-respect, your integrity. You have dominion over your own self for your own sake in your own skin. You're in cahoots with yourself. You're your own best friend. And here you are. The Ace of Wands, a bright new beginning for you. The phoenix that rises up out of the ashes. The arrows of love for yourself first. And then if you want it, you will attract the love and the things you have a passion for in life to you that you deserve to have in your life. This is showing up for yourself, Wheel of Fortune, in new ways. And then you manifest in new ways, and you're not shabby doing it now. You're pretty good at it. And in new ways, you learn how to read your intuition. Beaucoup clarity, and you're not shabby. There's no deficit now. What do those around you think of you, collective? Triumph, victory, good news, advancement. They love you. But they also see the adversity that you face, toxic fears. They know that your person's not quite right. Toxic fears, they're enemies. So your family is fearful for you that They come running to you a lot. They feel using you and your child as a shield. Wanting to meet you in public and stuff so that you can be attacked or the child can be attacked. You're not doing it. They fear their enemies. Their toxic life is crumbling. They are being treacherous. That's what I mean. So use your discernment. Do not give in to their requests. Why do I have to meet you at the food court at? No, I'm not doing it. No, whatever it is, the answer is no. Because you have that bright spark that warns you. No, we're not doing it. We're not. You have uncommon valor. You're courageous. They're a coward. You're closing down this cycle. Like I said, you just packed up all of this crud and handed it back to them. It was theirs. And they're very disappointed because everything they try on you just doesn't work. Because you're taking everything slow, like a slow, noisy, rhymes with duck. That's a joke. Grow up, YouTube. Look how quickly you take action to communicate. Oh, so maturely and effectively and successfully. You own the merry-go-round. This is you celebrating yourself and treating yourself really very good. This is the Nine of Pentacles, is you being very, 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 again, balanced and grounded and centered and connected to the divine that you work for. And here's the portal. 12-12 portal you going to pop through. And then you really start manifesting like crazy to culmination. You manifest to your goal is complete heart's desire. Perfected work at work. Bounty of harvest home energy. 4 of Wands. Coming romance. Prosperity. Increase in gains for you. The song. You being true to yourself. The Empress. Good fertile ideas. The Lust card. They're defeated because they watch you fill your cup to overflowing. And that you will not take happiness but at a price. I'd rather be alone than to be with you is why I left you to begin with. Some of you got to go no contact. This is your becoming your soul. Look how beautiful your soul is. You're becoming your soul on earth in your little meat suit. Your energy, you're becoming your soul. That beautiful soul energy, frequency, good fertile ideas. And you're very receptive right now. Attracting to you, magnetized your soul. So you're grounded, balanced, and centered. Got your chakras in alignment. You're not thinking about the past or the future because that could make you stress out. So you're staying in the here and now. And you're attracting to you what it is that you strongly desire. And their karma is to watch you get the love that you deserve, the blessings that you deserve, that they can't steal from you. And they have to watch you, your cup filled to overflowing. They get to watch and learn that you're better off without them for sure, but you're never going to take in life happiness, but at a price. It's not worth it. You know your self-worth. Not many people know their self-worth. You know. You validate yourself. Here's your butt nuts here on this. You get enterprise. You get fine creation. You are stunned by your good fortune. Moving your fortune forward. But your toxic is stifled. They get a false start, possible fail. They find only ruin or clouded joy. That's what your bullies and toxic people get for Christmas. Smelling their own failure. But I warn you, they will intensify their plot to hold on to power over you. You're what they're using to self-soothe. You're what they're using to, they react to you when something bad happens to them. They don't react to the person who did that to them. They take it out on you. You're not doing it. It will not last because you're not doing it. Hold on. You're not. See, they're in sorrow because they can't. You're the one that got away, and they really need for you to suffer so that they feel better about themselves. Screw that. And here you are content. Happy endings for you. They're crying because you got away. They threw you, they discarded you. They tried to oppress you. It didn't work. You healed. The singers of intuition. Your intuition right now, you're following up on it. Intuition about yourself, and you learn something about yourself. Intuition about something going on out there in the world. You get it right. You're accurate 100%. They're stuck. And those cups are not able to fill up for them because they're squirrely. You deserve justice, so you're getting justice for all the harm they perpetrated. This card reversed is the King of Swords. That is a narcissist in the tarot. They're exposed for all of they're just lashing out at have a sword to put in everybody's back. Babies aren't safe. They refuse to tear out what doesn't serve them, so they're stuck. They refuse to look at what needs to change, so they won't change. The devil. And in the Shroud, it's scaring the hell out of them. They feel that they don't have much time left. Something bad's going to happen to them. See, they're losing it. They need rest. Why don't we start there? They need to stop. We're going to tap into the angelic realm. Right here, I'm going to tap into the angelic realm here, collective. Who smote great nations and slew mighty kings? A God. And gave their land for a heritage unto Israel, his people. Thy name, O Lord, endureth forever. And thy memorial, O Lord, throughout all generations. For the Lord will judge his people, and he will repent himself concerning his servants. That means you are allowed to remind God of his promises to you, is what that means. You're allowed. You're not being uppity, and he will judge his people. That's our soul family, which will be 40,000 before you know it. But we're going to start with a simple number that we can that's doable, and that's 111 subscribers. Share my videos. And he will repent himself concerning his servants. He likes us to remind him that he made promises to us because we're earth angels. Like saving our behindies, because sometimes we're bait. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. Those are your squirrely people. Yeah, they have mouths to berate. to manipulate, to lie, but they speak not, because they're lying, and their eyes they have, but they do not, but they don't see, or they can't get pity. They have to not get it, and that's infuriating. Why aren't you getting it? Now, the one I did between 3 and 4 in the morning was Proverbs 4. Portal. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words. Keep my commandments and live. We just did the living word. And we did the Holy Bible divination, and the one I did is a Holy Bible divination between 3 and 4 in the morning. Here's a reality check for your narcissists or your oppressors. Women, especially victims of narcissistic abuse, they love men who aren't jerks. My guess is that most narcissistically inclined men are jerks. If you want a woman to want you, you must fit the criteria by becoming the sort of man that you want to be to connect with her. Guard your heart, the issues of life, whatever you allow to enter your hearts, if not examined and evaluated accordingly, will be expressed in your life's actions. But it cuts both ways, for good or bad, for positive or negative ways. And that means cause and effect. No divine feminine gives herself away for free. And some young women do have a lot to offer in the 21st century. They demand a lot in return because they have self-respect and integrity. And the young narcissistic men do not ever gain the maturity, nor do they have the estate or the foundation to deliver the goods. They're immature communicators. Narcissists have no clue and possess no romantic intelligence. They pretend to. The number 4 means that you are reminded of all the influences that try to come against all of us, not just one of us. Guarding your heart means being wise and never vainglorious. Vainglorious means energy is not to glorify God. Conceit. Our society is so messed up that it creates negative, unhealthy social spaces like male dominance, white views, and add extra pressure to feel superior to others. Kind of fits a narcissistic society. It isn't you, it's your narcissist who declares themselves losers when they become victims to lie their way out of accountability all the time. Guarding your heart is wise because it means protecting yourself as a human being. And as a Christian or any denomination, I don't do spiritual arrogance here from all things that would come to bring in harm to you. Now then, are you ready? Smelling their own failure will intensify to hold own power over you, but it will not last. So you think you know the story of the 3 heads in the well? That's a collection by Joseph Jacobs in English fairy tales. That's the Emperor reversed card. This story celebrates and features a very kind, divine feminine princess who encounters 3 floating heads in a well that ask her to wash and to comb them. Now then, the Emperor reversed is your squirrely one. they're in a losing battle. Toppen shit the poor excuse for a human being, according to practically everyone who meets them lately. They're not powerful, not anymore, toothless, feckless in their evil intent. You get some promising magical gifts if you'll just stay away from them. Now, the first head exalts the princess's beauty. The second head offers her a sweeter voice. The third head offers her a fortune in return for her kindness. But a jealous step-sibling tries to go at those three heads in the well, and they got cursed. Of course they did. But the truth is far older, and according to Carl Jung, much darker, and this morning's character's fate was far too disturbing for the run-of-the-mill fairy tale, so I changed it. So, Aslan is a good princess driven away from her ancestral home by a self-absorbed but very cruel stepmother. On her journey, she finds a well with 3 conspicuous heads. Sometimes they are shiny and shimmer with fairy dust. They glimmer like gold. And they ask for TLC, for tender loving care. They ask to be washed and combed and coiffed and laid gingerly on the bank to dry, so they look comely again, to feel pretty, to feel like their normal selves. For her kindness, Aslan is granted and bestowed and gifted, first, her supreme beauty, second, a lovely voice, third, she is blessed to become queen. Now her narcissistic step-sibling later tries to shoehorn in on this gig, but her narcissistic patterns means she is so rude, and of course she receives terrible curses. Now, a golden head bobbed up to the surface, singing, "Wash me and comb me and lay me down softly. Then lay me down on the fat of the earth to dry." Here's one of the terrible curses is leprosy. Leprosy and a cheapskate, bull, bugger, and bastard for a husband, for starters. Now then, Mercury in Cancer, you get an overflowing exchange of love that's rare and valuable feelings and perceptions which are able to be communicated intimately. Now, the number 3 in the 3 heads in the well. The number 3 is important in fairy tales. English fairy tales. This one's by Joseph Jacobs from 1892. So he came along about 80 years after the Grimm brothers. And Mr. Jacobs has plenty in common with Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm's Snow White, Cinderella, Rumpelstiltskin, Jack and the Beanstalk, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Got it? Most fairy tales' liturgy is. The plot structure is most often comprised of beginning, middle, and end of a magical journey. 3 protagonists in this one are the 3 heads. In Sleeping Beauty, there were 3 fairies. In the 3 Little Pigs, there were 3 little pigs. The power of 3 in fairy tales is a grand recipe for the great yet gory story lesson. In this fairy tale, due to his psychological power in creating patterns, cultural significance, in 3 represents past, present, and future. 3 is mind, body, and spirit, and 3 is tied to religion, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. 3 is prevalent in religion and in science and literature, like here with these fairy tales. For you, Mercury's in Cancer. You have something especially valuable to share, collective. Now then, for human brains, making things be grouped in threes is memorable and impactful. The rule of three in persuasive storytelling. 3 is the smartest number for a pattern, offering balance, rhythm, and of course, a sense of finality. In blended families involving narcissism, sibling rivalry takes on a distinct and harmful dynamic, driven by the narcissistic step-parent's behaviors and how the step-parent and the parent manipulates everybody's personality traits in order for them to get some supply. Omni trium perfectum, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, and Harry Potter. So there's a threesome. Be open for the people, Mercury in Cancer's 3 of Cups. Who can share these exquisite feelings with you, collective? Be open. The kind and unkind girl genre is what we're talking about in this fairy tale. Many fairy tales from around the world share a similar plot point. In this one, there are 2 girls, one kind, the other is a major bish. Each girl will inevitably receive a reward or punishment based on their individuated actions in the plot. Diamonds and Toads, Mother Hall, Mother Frost. These are examples. As Aslan traveled, she met an old man clothed all in leather. By the road, he asked her what she had to eat. She kindly shared her crusts of bread. After they broke bread and finished the meal, he gave her some advice. He showed her how to get through the thorny bush and told her where to find 3 golden heads in a magical wishing well. 3 of Cups. For you, collective. Love represented here is of the highest order, and you deserve that. But please, you should do whatever they ask you to do. She bid him farewell and promised to follow his good advice. She found the well, and 3 heads bobbed up to the water's surface. If you would be so kind to do us a favor, said the eldest, to comb their hair and wash them. She did so carefully and gently as a whisper she helped them. Each head followed her with a unique They favored her with a unique gift. The eldest said, you deserve to become more beautiful. The dynamic described where a toxic sibling competes intensely with and harms a victim sibling without taking accountability stems from complex interplay of family roles. The narcissist sibling, their need for control, and toxic siblings' psychological development. Don't need to be a doctor. This is a fictional character. It's a fiction. 3 Cups. Love is available to a small circle of people around you. 3 important people in your life with whom you can exchange these precious and exquisite feelings with great harmony. But for your squirrely frenemy, there's blistering criticism lobbed onto your toxic slapstick fascist. And the last one said, you deserve to be the loyal wife of a king. The opportunist stepsister, however, that bitch was not kind at all, like Aslan was. Hedwig was rude and crude and unladylike, and she pissed off the old man right off the bat. She treated the 3 golden heads like the piss boy in King Louis the 16th's court. What she did, it was really bad, man. Because of her unkindness, the heads gave her curses instead. No blessings. Now, intense competition is being fueled by the narcissistic step-parents' divide and conquer strategy in this fairy tale, where siblings are pitted against each other to compete for the step-parents' limited approval all the time. They gave her leprosy and intestinal flatulence, but only when she's in public. Another gave her a sharp, raspy voice that grated on the nerves and sounded like a rusty gate. The last one cursed her to marry a fop or a dandy, a cheapskate who wears silk while she's delegated to threadbare shifts of burlap and sackcloth. Hedvig learned early on with her own mother Hedvig's worth is conditional upon performance, and meeting Mummy Dearest demands, well, such relationships are rare for you. You get true people around you that do care for you and love you. So such relationships are rare gifts. You care for them with respect and gratitude. You go do that with those people. You just leave the squirrely ones alone completely. 3 cups. Today life gives you everything. Today life gives you Did you hear the part where today life gives you everything, collective? And other cultures like the Gypsy culture, the Romani and the Lavlolil, the Book of the Gypsy. The Little Crop-Tailed Hen has a similar plot. Same things of good and deeds leading to good fortune. Bad deeds lead to very bad outcomes. This plot is common in fairy tales. Hedvig has developed her own constant need to compete with Aslan. This is a desperate attempt to gain permanent external validation, as Hedvig lacks a stable internal sense. She does not know her own worth. Hedvig is mirroring her toxic mother's narcissistic behavior. Hedvig learned manipulation. Hedvig learned lack of empathy. Hedvig learned cruel, to win at all costs mentality are the only effective way to navigate every relationship, to secure status within the family hierarchy. In this narcissistic family system, the narrative in the fairy tale is that the golden child, Hedvig, is flawless and the scapegoat, Aslan, is flawed. Taking accountability would disrupt or feck up the family's manufactured reality, which the toxic sibling is heavily invested in maintaining. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, let's see. I just love doing this. You guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I thank you for creating a magical space with me again. You come in here. We keep expanding on it. And I'm so grateful, and I love you guys so much. I love you. I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. Let's go. And I love you guys. Bye-bye.